a special thank you to the CIOs and AIOs, managers and supervisors. I want to include the program coaches and advisors as well, everyone who helped support the students' experience in this program, and all of our Itla community partners who lent their knowledge and experience through the class sessions that they taught. We could not have done any of this without all of you. So lastly, congratulations to the students on your ability to embrace and adapt to this new direction in training and leadership. Your success is well-deserved, so congratulations on your graduation. Now you can all breathe a sigh of relief. I think I heard a very huge sigh of relief last week after the state presentation, but now it's officially over and you guys are right up there with all the other 27 cohorts, 27 years. You're the 28th year of this program. So congratulations on that achievement. So now I'd like to introduce our Deputy State Chief Information Officer and Deputy Director over the Department of Technology, Russ Nichols. Good morning, Russ.
Hi, good morning, Brenda. Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, congratulations. This is a huge step forward, and I want to give you all a virtual pat on the back for living through this and making it to this day. One of the things that Amy alluded to a little while ago is the investment it took to take on this class from each one of you, from your organizations, and from the state. Last year, before this started, the easy answer would have been to cancel it because we all had a million irons in the fire. But each one of you were willing to take on that role. Your organizations thought so highly of you. They were willing to make your time available when they were all under unprecedented challenges. And the staff at CDT had to figure out a way to do this and make it effective. And I think all of those things came together. I've interacted with a number of the students through the CIO Academy, through the Walk Like a Leader or Zoom Like a Leader program this year, and a number of the other instances. And I am thoroughly impressed. I think you guys are going to walk out of this and do some great things. So Brenda mentioned that we've had 27 other graduating classes, and just for reference, I was in class 7, so it was a long time ago. But I will tell you that I could not have made it to where I am today without some of the lessons that I learned in Itla, and back then it actually had a different name. It was Data Processing Managers Academy. But the lessons that I learned, the people that I began interacting with and learning lessons from and had as mentors because of that session, absolutely got me to where I am today. So don't dismiss that. The people around you are your peers. There's your support network. They're the folks that you can come to with a hard problem and just talk things through. That is a relationship that is really better and forged in a situation that you will not have that same opportunity again. So leverage that through your careers. I also want to mention that you guys are coming out with a set of skills that no other Itla class has mastered. Not only did you take the same courses and accomplish many of the same things, but you did it in a virtual environment. And if there's anything that this last year has taught us, is that we have to be able to adapt and work in whatever environment is presented to us. In the last year, we've learned that state government services have to be delivered differently. We have to meet people where they are. People can't come to DMV offices or EDD offices or things along those lines the way they used to. And in order to fuel those government services, it'll be huge technology projects and huge in value, not necessarily huge in size. Transforming the way we deliver services is one of the big goals in our vision document that we just published. And you guys are the engine that will make that happen. You're the glue between the technologists that will actually create the solution, the business owners or the department directors and secretaries that actually have to deliver them to the public, and the public folks that have to consume them. You are that glue that will make the magic happen. As you walk out and you become the leaders and the exemplars in our organizations, you'll take the skills you learned not only from the content of the classes, but the experience in the environment. You know how to reach out and interact with people in a virtual way without having to travel all the way across the street or across the state, excuse me. You can now use the tools to bring those things together and still reflect the content that people need to have reflected. The other thing you'll have to do as leaders is make sure we don't overswing that pendulum. I'm sure that we've all seen that we've used technology too much, especially now that we're virtual or socially distanced. People will easily fall back into using email when it should be a conversation or a video call. As leaders, you have to manage that culture. You've got the tools now, you've got the experience to know when to use which tool appropriately. When do you have a conversation versus when do you send an email, essentially just to document something. And managing that culture is a constant challenge and task wherever you are. You've got some folks that don't like being on camera, that don't like to engage, that will be uncomfortable. And if you don't realize that and reach out and pull them in, you'll be missing their amazing contributions. So keep that in mind. You are the leader. You're not the technician anymore. You are now organizational leaders that have a certification from the state that says you are basically putting on the super suit to deliver outcomes. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, to your organizations that gave up your time and allowed you to do this, and your families that supported you as you did it. I look forward to working with each and every one of you. In fact, I'd go a step farther and say I look forward to working for each and every one of you. Set your goal that high. Be what you want to be. Pick an organization where you can have an attachment to the mission and help drive that. As a leader, get to those outcomes. Don't take this and be a bureaucrat. This is not empowering to be, tell people how to do it because the book says do it that way. You're in this class because you can learn how to apply those tools. You can think about the problem and find ways to get the outcomes. That's the challenge of being a leader. So harness your collective talents, your individual talents when you go back to your department and do some amazing things. And I say congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm proud of you, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Russ. A lot of words of wisdom there. I will just point out to everyone that Russ was one of our go-to AIOs before he joined CDT. He's been a huge supporter of all of our programs, and whenever we needed a good speaker at our kickoffs or our graduations, Russ was one of those top that was always on our short list to reach out to. So now I'm happy that Russ, you're kind of stuck with us now every time. So this is the first Itla cohort that Russ has been in this role. So we're really happy to have him here. And thanks so much for those words of advice, Russ.
Thank you, Brenda.
So now I would like to introduce Brian Wong. I don't see him on here. We've got a lot of people on here this morning, so that's awesome.
He's on here.
Okay, yeah, I have faith that everybody's here that needs to be here. I just don't see him. So hi, Brian. Brian Wong, who is the Chief Deputy Director for the Office of Systems Integration. Brian has not only been a great partner and avid supporter of Itla as well, but he is also an alumnus, class of 22, and we are excited to have him with us here today. So Brian, I think once you start talking, I'll probably see you. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Brenda, for that introduction. And congratulations, Itla 28, on your outstanding achievement. You're now part of an esteemed group. I'm sure you'll represent Itla well going forward. Brenda asked me to speak a little bit about my experience as a former Itla member. And what I can tell you is, Itla really helped me take my career to the next level. I'll be honest, I really wasn't too excited to attend Itla. It was, at the time I had a really heavy workload and I really didn't know much about the program and I wasn't sure if it would be worth it. But with some coaxing, I decided to go ahead and press forward and apply, and I was accepted. And I'm so glad I did, because Itla ended up being one of the most rewarding professional experiences I've ever had. And I can say that honestly, and that's a big reason why I like to continue to give back to the program, because I believe in it. I met so many wonderful people, as Russ talked about, established a great network, and I learned so much. And I have no doubt that if I didn't attend Itla, I would have never made it to where I am today. Just like Russ said, I would have never made it. 2 years after Itla, I became a CIO. And last year, I became a chief deputy director. None of that happens if I don't go to Itla, And while all the curriculum was wonderful, I couldn't mention everything, just because there's so much to talk about. The one that really resonated with me was the executive presentations. And Brenda, I know I'm not supposed to say too much about it, so I'll try to be a little vague. But at that point in my career, I was avoiding public speaking at all costs. I mean, I had no need to do it. I had no desire, quite frankly. So when I found out that was part of the program, I was pretty anxious. I was really nervous about it. I remember the day of my presentation, jumping in the car and thinking to myself, what did I get myself into, and how can I quickly get out of this, because this is about to happen. But that being said, one of the mantras of Itla, if you will, is to push yourself out of your comfort zone, right? Stretch yourself. And so I pushed forward. I made myself go there. I did the presentation. It was painful. It is tough to be scrutinized, or I shouldn't say scrutinized, constructive criticism from your peers and class managers. It was tough, I won't lie, but I was much better for it. And I left there with the confidence that if I kept working on it, I'd get better at it, right? I might not be perfect, but I'm gonna get better. And I did that. I went back to the office after Itla was done. I went back and I got better at it. I practiced in front of my peers, my teams. Probably got a little sick of it after a while, but it's a safe space, right, to get better, right? So I did that. And again, if I don't address that, if Itla doesn't push me to address that, I'm not here today. I'm definitely not speaking to you all today because I'm probably too nervous to do that. But anyway, with that, I'd like to give you leave you with some parting advice, if I could. Do with it what you will. But as Russ talked about, keep growing your professional network and keep stretching yourself. Similar to exercise, if you don't continue working out, it all goes away. You've been given a gift, if you want to call it that. You've been given a gift, right? You've been given an opportunity. Now it's up to you to do something with it. And if you don't do anything, it'll go away. And in a lot of ways, this might be a little bit of a waste for you, right? So continue to stretch yourself. Like I said, when I went back to the office, I continued on with those, working on things that I felt like I needed to work on. Presentations is a good example, right? So do that and continue to grow your network. Foster the relationships that you've made here at Itla, but foster or create new ones too. The reality is, as Russ alluded to, telework is a big part of our future now. Relationships are not going to happen as organically as they once did. So now it's incumbent on you to be proactive. Reach out to people. I have people reach out to me that I really don't know very well in some cases, but we get to know each other. We learn from each other. We exchange ideas. In some cases, I'm a mentor. Some cases, I'm the mentee. So again, stretch yourself, grow that network. Secondly, I would say give back. As Russ and Brenda have both said, you're here because someone believed in you. Someone supported you. Hope you appreciate that. Hope it motivated you. Now do that for someone else, because you have no idea what that could mean to them, both professionally and personally. So please do that. And then finally, I would say, be yourself, right? Early on in my career, I can remember receiving a lot of advice on leadership, how to be a good leader, right? A lot of good information, but to be honest, some of it didn't line up with my principles and personality. Just wasn't who I am. One of my greatest mentors is someone that we're absolute opposites when it comes to leadership style. He's very hard. He's very blunt. I think he's mean, but that's my perspective. I won't say that to him, but that's not my style, right? I believe in accountability, but that doesn't mean you have to be mean about it, right? That's his style. But you know what? It works for him. He was wildly successful in his career. He's retired now. But that wouldn't work for me because that's not who I am. So find the leadership style that works for you and your personality and I'll echo a little bit of what Russ said earlier, and find the place that you can be successful. Find your fit, find a place that you can be passionate about that mission. So in closing, I'd like to just congratulate Itla 28 again on a outstanding achievement. I am so looking forward to see what the future holds for you all. And as Russ said, you know, if I'm out there looking for a job, hopefully one of you will hire me someday. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Brian hit a lot of great points. And I will just mention the executive presentations because that was another new and first for this cohort. We did that completely virtual. So all those other classes, remember going in and how nerve-wracking that was. Everybody did it via Zoom this year, and they were still just as nervous, and you know, it was still just as tough as it has been in the past. But just in this new environment, you know, it just really changed the dynamic between the speakers and those, you know, the panelists. And so again, it's one of those new skills that we're all learning and adjusting to. So, you know, you guys are at the forefront of that. So take with it what you will. The good thing about practicing, like Brian talked about, is that it's so easy to get on Zoom and Teams and just by yourself and just practice, and you can record yourself and then you can watch yourself again and then adjust and pick up all those little things that, you know, your hand gestures or if you look up to the ceiling when you're talking or things like that. It's so much easier now that you can just record yourself for a few minutes and just watch these things. So a lot of things are a little bit easier, but again, it's very different. So now I would like to introduce our two program coaches, Leela Krueger and Jefferson Willoughby. Leela serves as a special projects manager at DMV, and Jefferson is the CIO at the California Unemployment Insurance Appeals Board. Both are Itla alumni for classes 24 and 25 respectively. And both of the coaches have done a phenomenal job helping to guide and navigate our students through, again, this new world of virtual academies and trainings. Unfortunately, Jefferson could not be with us today, but Leela is here and will serve as the program coach representative, and she will share her thoughts and parting advice with the graduates. So good morning, Leela.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to Itla 28 graduation. You know, graduations are a time of reflection for most of us. You know, we think about where the students started, where they ended up. But for me, during this journey, part of what I was thinking about is kind of my own journey. How did I get here? Because at the end of the day, I think I got more from the students than they got out of me. And so I remembered our graduation, we were asked to come up with a quote about leadership or great leaders. And my quote was, "A great leader does the right thing always, even when it's not right for him or her." And in listening to the class, why they were there, what they hoped to accomplish, that message was consistent through them. I want to be innovative. I want to make change, to give back, to do more for California. I didn't hear anything about, well, I want this title or that title, that I'm going to do these things, me, myself, and I. It was all about collaboration and success. And we talked about that at the beginning of the course, about building those relationships, increasing your ability to communicate effectively, build those bridges sometimes where it's hard to get everyone to agree. And this class, I can say with my whole heart, I believe, worked through their issues and did just that. When they talk about being public servants, for them, it's a mission. It's not just something they say. This isn't a job that they took because we get paid so much money or because the hours are so easy. They did it because they wanted to be public servants and they wanted to do the right thing always. And so to this class, I'd like to say, keep that always in your mirror, that you want to do the right thing, not just for you, but for your family, your friends, your neighbors, for the people of California, the people that you're never going to meet maybe, because I know that you have it in you. And as Brenda referenced, you know, Jefferson couldn't be here today. in person to make a speech. So I'm saying this on behalf of both of us. Itla 28, we expect great things out of you because we know you can do it. You guys are amazing and you are the future of California. And with a future like that, we can't go wrong. I am so happy for all of you. The last 4 months have just kind of zoomed by. So, because people always refer to me as the mom of the class in every Itla, it seems, I'm going to be the mom, and I'm going to give you a quote from Dr. Seuss. Oh, the places you will go. Congratulations, we are so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Leela. And I'm sure her classmates from Itla 24 can attest. She was like that room mom when we were all together, and she'd always bring in treats, made the best treats. She was one of the most amazing bakers. So sadly, we didn't get that this year, but we'll have to bring her back another time to bring some treats for us. So thanks for those words, Leela. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is kick off the Itla 28 student testimonial video, which is a compilation of thoughts and experiences from the students reflecting on their time in the program.
Months ago, I applied for a promotional opportunity with the department that I'm currently working for. I was approached by my office chief who told me that I didn't get the position. But what he did say was that he valued what I brought to the organization, and he saw some qualities in me that he wanted to help develop by sending me to the Information Technology Leadership Academy, Itla. So I thought to myself, I didn't get the promotion that I was looking for, but I got a pretty cool consolation prize in Itla.
I avoided Itla for years. I had degrees in management and in IT, and I've been a supervisor for over 25 years and had many positive leaders. But then I noticed something. I witnessed my peers who had attended Itla. I could see that they were building better teams, better work environments, and professional relationships.
And the advice I would give is to embrace the experience. Attitude is everything, and to trust the process. Our coaches and leadership team have put this program together and they know what they're doing. So trust in the process.
Learning in a remote world requires all participants to have a greater level of engagement if they want to not only personally benefit themselves, but also to enhance the experience of others who are participating in the class.
It's more of a casual conversation, and we tend to unintentionally interrupt the other person's conversation. I think in this remote environment, it really helped me strengthen my listening skills.
It's a very different experience, but take that time to be here and be present. Set the boundaries, talk to your boss, and make sure you create that environment where you're able to come, fully participate and engage and learn.
It's not just a seminar or a lecture course. It's a simulation of the real world situations that are conducted in a safe and judgment-free environment.
To have that kind of interaction, that experience, you need to be very mindful of your own environment. Make sure you've got your camera set up properly, that your lighting is done well, and get rid of the distractions that might be in the background.
I gotta say, that position I was trying to attain months before, that was the consolation prize. Itla was and is the promotion.
You're going to gain perspectives on how to approach and life situations at any level that will cause you to realize how essential a positive attitude impacts your success.
One of the key leadership skills I gained through this fantastic Itla program was finding the balance between thinking strategically and acting tactfully. It taught me to be an effective communicator from a leadership perspective and how to communicate to the right people at the right time with the right information through the right channels.
This is going to translate into concepts that we can apply back in the office as we move into a hybrid working environment.
In my 25 years of state service, all of which have been in IT, Itla has been by far the highlight of my professional career. To allow me to have an immediate impact in my current job and help me serve Californians even more effectively.
Thank you so much, Itla coaches, CDT team, and my very own cohort friends for the great relationships we got to build and an awesome learning experience.
I love hearing those stories from the students. And I do want to give a special shout out to our videographer, Emma. I'm sure many of you remember him. He's amazing. And this whole new environment has also tested his skills and pushed him to learn new things as well. So putting all these videos together. Now I'd like to introduce the Itla 28 program sponsors. So we have Michelle Lawson and Blake Cook. Michelle serves as the Chief Technology Business Officer at CalPERS, and Blake is the Assistant Bureau Chief at FTB. Like our coaches, both are Itla alumni, and they served as the program coaches for last year's cohort, Itla 27. We are grateful for the time and advice they were able to provide our students, especially as it related to the class exercise. So I will turn it over to Michelle and Blake.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Brenda. And good morning, Itla 28 leaders. It has been my honor and privilege to serve as a class sponsor this year. And my sincere congratulations on a successful completion of this year's academy. The great news for you is that your experience doesn't end today. You are now part of a statewide Itla alumni network. We have this connection, so welcome to the team. During this year's Itla program, you had the opportunity to learn from many leaders throughout the state and presenters. You were exposed to a variety of coursework ranging from topics on budgets, innovation, diversity, strategic planning, and as mentioned earlier, who could forget your executive presentations, everyone's favorite course in Itla. You also had the opportunity to virtually shadow IT leaders throughout the state and watch the implementation of those skills in practice. My call to action for you today is to make this the start of your learning journey. To encourage you to embrace continuous learning throughout your career, I'd like to leave you with 3 R's. My first R is to read. I'd like to inspire you to become avid readers. Read leadership books. Read books inside and outside your preferred area of expertise. This reading will keep you relevant and inspire new ideas. The second is to revisit. Revisit the previous coursework you've been through and apply your new experiences. You may have taken 20 budget classes throughout your career, but as you take each new class, you have new experiences and perspectives to relate to that content. And the third, in my opinion, the very most important, is to reflect. Reflect on how you can apply what you've learned and what you read in those books. Remember the small bets concept from our coursework and make small bets, those small changes that incrementally impact you and make large changes over time. Just remember, the smaller you make the bet, the more likely you're going to keep it and make it stick. Itla team, I sincerely congratulate you on your accomplishment and encourage you to continue to read, revisit, and reflect as you strive for that lifelong learning. We encourage you and celebrate you today and wish you the very best on your leadership journey, and all of us Itla alumni are here celebrating you. And with that, I'll hand off to my friend and partner, Blake Cook. Blake, over to you.
All right, thank you, Michelle. And congratulations to all of the Itla 28 students. You enter the history books as the first full-time distance learning Itla cohort to graduate. That was not an easy effort, and it took a tremendous amount of collaboration to plan, as well as participate in your past 5 months of training. Furthermore, all you had to work in a distance learning environment, which applied even more pressure in the planning, preparation, and delivery of your final exercise, which went extremely well and was received quite favorably. Well done, Itla 28. As you found, this was not a solo journey. Collaboration was the key to success in all of your activities. And even though you were all faced with new obstacles due to having to communicate in an environment where most of you still had not even met face to face yet, you got through it and you made it work. Please don't let today mark the end of your Itla 28 cohort. Today is just another milestone in your continued journey into the state of California's future IT leadership. I ask each of you to continue collaborating with each other and keep Itla 28 alive. Reach out to each other and ask for opinions, guidance, and recommendations. Celebrate your successes and also share your struggles. I encourage you to reach out to the entire Itla community's previous cohorts, as they had somewhat similar journeys and should be willing to continue sharing their knowledge and experiences with you all. As you saw in the past several months, California's IT community is not very large, but it is collaborative and effective. Many returning ITLA and ITMA students came to you and to offer advice, guidance, instruction, and shared stories with you. All I ask is that one day you do the same and pay it forward to future students and other IT staff just like they have done. You will find, just like everyone else, that the time spent collaborating may be a significant investment, but well worth every effort. So let me close by saying thank you, please stay in touch, and please pay it forward. It has been both a pleasure and an honor to serve as one of your advisors for this one-of-a-kind cohort, and once again, I express my sincere congratulations to you all. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Brenda for closing remarks.
Well, thank you, Michelle and Blake. Thank you for all of the time and effort that you spent, in addition to this year, but also last year. So Michelle and Blake are our first coaches that got to experience this remote environment for 2 years in a row. So thanks for sticking with us, guys. And I would be remiss if I didn't do a special mention to our esteemed program sponsor, Ryan Wong. Ryan is also an ITLA alumnus and served as the ITLA coach and sponsor for cohorts 24 and 25 with me way back when. Ryan retired over a year ago, but loves this program so much that he volunteers his precious retirement time to come and help with the program. So thank you so much, Ryan, for your time and contribution to the program. When we talk about people really believing in this program and mentorship and growing our next generation of leaders, Ryan really is the poster child for that, because again, the guy is retired and he's still coming and helping. So thanks so much for that, Ryan. And then I also want to do a special shout out to the OPD staff, Jen, Carrie, Emma, Tien, and Michael, for all of your work and help in putting this program together. Definitely wouldn't have this if it weren't for all of the work that you guys are doing behind the scenes. So thank you so much for everything you've done. So now I will turn it over to Michael Todd, who will MC this portion of the event.
Thank you very much, Brenda. And I do get the honor of announcing the names, so this is very, very exciting. So as Brenda mentioned, we'll have a big applause at the end, so go ahead and wait for that, and we'll do that. So first up, Ashok Vats, Charlene Martini, Sherry Felix, Christopher R. Martinez, Eddie Lacrosse, Eva Shalem Robinson, Gorez Alamgar, Ian Mearns, Jerry Sammy, Jonathan Mortensen, Joseph Jimenez, Jathna Arjula, Karin Hornbaker, Con Lee, Leticia Orapiza, Lon Rolfing, Linan Matsumoto, Maisha Dodori, Nelson Minya, Paul Kaufman, Samuel Turner, Selvarine Janarthanan, Shara Johnson, Sita Renduchintala, Stephanie Allen, Swaminathan Mururjason, Tammy Karas, Urvi Chopra, and Vinay Jalan. Congratulations to each and every one of you. We're very, very proud of you, and thank you. Now you can take yourself off.
Congratulations, Con. Swami.
Congrats, Jerry.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Zita.
Congratulations, Chris Martinez.
Congratulations, Conley.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Swami.
Congratulations, Stephanie.
Congratulations, Vinny and Charlene.
Thank you, Angie.
Congratulations, Stephanie.
Congrats, Edith Paul.
Congratulations, Mom.
Congratulations, Tammy.
Congratulations, Diddy.
Great job, Maisha.
Thank
I think my favorite.
Congratulations, Alam.
Congratulations to Swami.
Congratulations, Diddy Swami.
Congratulations, Chris Martinez.
Congratulations, Alam.
Congratulations, Nelson.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Swami.
Congratulations, Swami. Good job.
Congratulations, Swami.
Congratulations, Khan, Eva, Swami, Vinay, and all of you at Itla 28.
Congratulations, Vinay.
Congratulations, Tammy and Shara.
Charlene and Vinay, congratulations. Go DGS. Thank you, Ben.
Yay! Congratulations, Vinay and Charlene.
Congratulations to Vinay and Swami. Congratulations, Charlene and Vinay and everyone else.
Congratulations to all of you, especially my brother Jerry D. Sami.
Congrats, Charlene and Vinay. Great job.
Congratulations, Zita. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Congratulations, Vinay. Proud of you.
Thank you, Judge.
Congratulations, Vinay and Charlene. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Alam. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Congratulations to my daughter, Stephanie.
That's awesome to hear family members are on here. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time out of your morning to attend and congratulate all the students. We couldn't have done this academy without all of the support, again, from the managers and supervisors and the AIOs and CIOs. We realize that it is a very difficult time to give up your staff with all of the work going on the past year during the pandemic. So thank you so much for having that faith in your employee to send them here and having that ability to see what they can bring to the state and helping them develop it.